Welcome to Political Science 202, American National Government. I'm Dr. Jonathan Kiesler. I'm going to be your professor for this course. I thought I'd take a moment to put a couple disclaimers and tell you a little bit more about me and why I'm teaching this course. Normally I'm in the business department. However, my PhD is actually in interdisciplinary policy, where I looked at economic development policy across the American government system. So I'm a graduate of policy studies from Clemson University, where I studied the American government and local and state governments in detail. And the opportunity to teach this course came up kind of late, actually. We had a professor fall through, and I leapt at the opportunity to teach this course because I think it's extremely important, especially as we approach elections. It's a matter of civic duty to teach this course, American National Government at Spartanburg Methodist College. A disclaimer I need to give is that typically when people talk quote-unquote politics, while we're not going to spend all of our time on politics, we're going to look at a lot of the constructs of the American national government, the federal government, on down, and how it affects you, the voter. It tends to be politically charged, and that's not how we're going to look at it. Is it going to come up? Absolutely. Are we going to talk about Republicans, or are we going to talk about Democrats? Yes, I wouldn't be doing my job if we didn't. But what you need to keep in mind is that this is not sensationalized politics. Political science is just that. It's a science. It's a social construct that we're looking at how our government goes about its business. And so you're going to learn more about how the system works, but I wouldn't be doing my job if we didn't address politics up front. That said, we're not gonna do sensationalized stuff. You won't hear me quoting Fox News or CNN. I really encourage you to get your news from a variety of sources because there's so much bias out there. And yes, there even is what they call fake news. While we're studying the constructs, politics is going to come up. What I would like to do is have an open door policy, the ability for everyone to have a discussion. And sure, I'm sure your opinions and your bias and your preferences are going to come out, and that's okay. And we're going to be respectful of one another, okay? That's a rule in here. However, I won't do sensationalize. There will be no one getting upset. There's going to be no one coming in and arguing their point. These aren't arguments. Political science at its very basic level is about talking to people and talking to people with respect and finding a solution to problems. We will be solving a ton of problems in here other than the problem of ignorance about how the government system works. Three branches of government, the influences of political parties. But we're going to look at it from a purely sense of curiosity and not I'm here to push my candidate. That's not what this is about. We're in a semester where, let's face it, there's going to be a contentious presidential election in the middle of this class. In fact, Super Tuesday is when we introduce the chapter on the presidency. That was pure irony. I did not plan it that way. It was in the textbook I selected, on the week I selected, in the calendar that we had. So that's just coincidence. I think it's fate. But we're going to look at everything from pre-revolution through the revolution to modern day. Not a history course, but we're going to look at the documents that set up the system that we have inherited as Americans. And I want you to take a lot of pride in your work. This is a great opportunity at a great time to learn about the American political system, to learn about the branches of government and how they affect you every day. So I'm excited for this course. We're going to have a mix of readings and lecture videos, some PowerPoints. You're going to have quizzes due weekly and a reflection paper due at the end of the course. So I'll get into that a little bit more in the syllabus overview video, but I just wanted to welcome you to the course. I'm excited you're here. I don't care about your candidate. I don't really want to hear about your cause. But I do want you to learn about how your candidate and your cause can work within the system positively and negatively. And I want to have some fruitful discussion in here. I'm really looking forward to working with you, and I really genuinely hope you enjoy the course. Thank you.